91.5 WBIM presents the Saturday Night Soundtrack. Whoever you're with, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, don't stop. Just turn us up. Coming to you live from the campus of Bridgewater State University. We are your destination for commercial-free classic rock to power your night. Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Van Halen, Aerosmith, Beatles, Eric Clapton, Pink Floyd, The Who, U2, AC/DC, Tom Petty, Allman Brothers, Ozzy, Neil Young, and hundreds more. Take us along wherever you go with the Livestream.com app in the iTunes and Google Play stores. So go get some food in the belly and gas in the tank as BSU's Alumni Saturday rocks on. The Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, and Steve Rimmer begins now.
We're gonna blow your face out!
On Bridgewater's own 91.5 WBIM.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Because of my genius, okay?
When you get these terrorists, you have to take out their families.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired. I'd like to take some money out of her fat-ass pockets. I moved in her like a bitch. Grab him by the
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
It is 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. The Saturday Night Soundtrack's back for another week, so welcome to it. We made it into the studio, but we're all screwed. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. What the hell was that?
I just hope we make it out alive after tonight.
We don't know what's going to happen, but it's everything will be fine, at least for the next few days. And we'll see who we piss off, and it'll be great. We're a bunch of grumpy old men who are angry and just out of sorts about the fact that, well, you know, the country and the world may end.
Yes.
You know, that's the sort of thing that can sort of just throw off your week.
Yeah, it can.
You know, just a little bit. But we'll try to get through it. Let us know what you want to hear. We are going to play classic rock in addition to bitching all night. So give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know what you want to hear. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. You can follow us on Twitter, at SN Soundtrack, although Twitter's as stupid as our new president's going to be. And
It can't be.
YouTube. You can check out YouTube. I didn't get last week's show up because this week has just been a week of absolute misery. And
Didn't get it up this week?
I didn't get it up. Actually, ironically, but I didn't get the show up this week. So, but I'll do two. I'll do a twofer. You got to be kidding me. I'll do a twofer probably within the next day or two and get both of the most recent shows up. The one from last week and, of course, this one. But if you search for Saturday Night Soundtrack and on YouTube, filter for channels, the point is that all of our old shows are usually up there. You can check those out and pour through them. It's hours and hours and hours and hours of entertainment, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, that we do here every week.
And dribble.
Comments. Yeah, just comment.
Dribble. Absolutely.
Just send us all kinds of hate comments.
Trump sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, as far as it's not even 7 actually. If you stop and think about it. Well, I mentioned that you know at the outset that we made it in here, but we almost didn't because Jared almost killed us on the way out of my street.
Not me, though.
No. So if anybody doesn't, well, obviously nobody knows where I live because that's creepy if you do. I live off 3A, and it's a street that's very difficult to turn onto because obviously it's Route 3A. It's a main road. So taking a left onto the thing is just abysmal. And so Jared saw what he thought was an opportunity because somebody was turning down the street. Apparently, somebody on the right-hand side had another idea, decided to keep driving. And, well, that's the side that I was on.
Yeah.
And all Jared says, which is real helpful, ooh! This was the one time that Jared didn't have to remind me to put my seatbelt on.
I gotta remind you every time.
No, not this time, because once I realized that I might need new underpants, I just decided to put the seatbelt on myself, and then everything was fine.
You should just travel with extra underpants when you're driving with Jared.
Apparently, so. Steve,
The funny thing about it all is, too, my driving got worse when I got a beard.
Yes, I know. This is what I was just about to say. Do you remember, Steve, about a month or two ago, when I was bragging about the fact I was coming on here and I was all like, oh, driving with Jared's all uneventful. It actually sucks because Jared's personality is so boisterous and over the top, and then you drive with the guy and he's like, it's like driving next to, it's like driving with vanilla yogurt. There's nothing exciting about it whatsoever. And then all of a sudden he gets a beard and we're almost plowing into people. Ooh! There's like people trying to back their trailer hitches into their driveway unsuccessfully, by the way, and we're almost hitting them and people in front of them. Oh, God, it's terrible. The whole thing is terrible.
Well,
how does the beard connect?
I have no idea.
I can't figure it out myself, but there's a definite correlation.
There's definitely a correlation. Sometimes I get woken up in the middle of the night. Kill. What's that? I'm just hearing kill. Look, what's happening? It's my beard.
It's the beard.
It's the beard.
Okay, I'm bringing a shaver next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
Yeah. But you're doing it the opposite of what you should be doing, because this is Movember.
Oh,
when
that's true.
all the guys grow out their facial hair to help people.
No, I said I'm bringing a shaver.
Oh, a shaver.
To the show.
I thought you said you were thinking of shaving.
And I'll take this baby off while he's not
that would still be opposite of Movember, technically.
That's
We're
true.
supposed to be raising awareness about cancer and balls.
I'd rather be raising some dental floss.
Oh, yeah, okay. As silence ensues.
Wow.
What the hell's he talking about? Oh, we played that last week, and I forgot, and I apologize.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like
Trump
a little public announcement out there.
Okay.
If you're being creepy, knock it off.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, if you're making creepy phone calls to people here that we're friends with, we're going to find out who you are, and we're going to friggin' kill you, because we're not in the mood to deal with your crap.
No,
this is not a week when we feel like dealing with
I have
this.
a copy of Lucille by the side of my chair.
So just knock it the F off.
She's thirsty.
Or you could come up here and you could talk to us about it, and we could deal with it. It's 3-1, your call.
Mm-hmm. We will protect.
You know what
her.
I mean? Like we're just not.
We're angry, man.
It's actually 2-1 because I'm going to sit in here and continue doing the program. You guys can deal with it. But
I need to punch somebody today.
But you get the idea, right? Where's I should have brought
Been a while.
I should have brought in a soft cell record.
Yes, you should.
I probably have tainted. I'm sure I have Tainted Love on my phone. We could probably just play that.
He and I go back and forth on Instagram now.
Right. Oh, do you really?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Does he ever remind you? Remember that time you punched me?
I
in the
haven't
face?
said that to him yet, but at some point I will.
And then the Instagram conversations will end.
Exactly.
And then he'll tell you about how he wrote a song about
No, he's
it.
got a new record coming out soon, so
Oh.
maybe I'll wait and see what that sounds like. If it's
How
crap,
are your
I'll tell him.
conversations with him? Are you like, well, is your record going to suck?
Just comments back and forth.
Okay.
Nothing major.
So
I don't think he knows who I am.
Friendly? Is it friendly?
Well, it is, but like I said, I don't think he knows who I am.
Didn't you also say once that you, quote, put sugar in his petrol?
Yes. Well, no, I kind of put sugar in the petrol in my tank in a container because I knew he was siphoning gasoline from my tank. So I wanted to. I'm like, if you're going to siphon gas, you're getting freaking sugar in it, baby.
That's great.
Yeah,
That is fantastic, sir.
not bigger.
That's taking one for the team, even though you yourself comprise the entire team.
Oh yeah, but he's not as big an a-hole as Trump.
Yeah, I should also note, like I said to you guys before, this town...
57%.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap.
I'm just saying.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
You know what,
So
though?
if they start listening to us now and find out that they're morons or that we think they are, well, I don't really care.
Obviously, the students didn't vote in this town, because if they had, it wouldn't be that way. Because 18 to 25-year-olds, Hillary would have got over 500 electoral votes.
Right.
So, you know.
Did you stay up at all to watch the whole disaster
I
unfold?
watched Florida, and then I said, this is a...
Right.
And I went to bed.
Because I was waiting to see what was going to happen with Florida, and once I saw, I was like, oh, crap.
Yep.
And then I just turned the TV. My wife had been waiting for me to turn the TV off for like a half hour up until then, and I was like, I really just need to see. And it was like waiting. It was like waiting for your computer to load something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was sitting there and I'm looking, and the count's going up, and it's like 92%.
Yep.
93%,
Yep.
and it's swinging in the wrong
And
direction, and I'm waiting for it to turn around, but I know it's not going to turn around. And she's like, "Can we turn the TV?" I'm like, "Can you wait?" It's like 10 minutes woman, because I'm sure it's going to flip any... Oh, crap, it's getting worse. I'll turn the TV off now.
Now, I went to bed and woke up in the morning. The wife was on the couch, fell asleep on the couch. She stayed up past midnight. And, of course, I told her the minute I woke up what had happened, and she's like, I didn't want to know. I want to go back to sleep. So,
I DVR'd it, damn it.
not a good night.
I woke up and looked at my phone. I woke up at like 1 a.m. and I had the desire to look at my phone. And I was like, you know what? No, because if it's something bad, which obviously it was,
exactly.
I'm not going to be able to get back to sleep because I'm going to be thinking about how stupid this whole country is and the fact that we're all going down the toilet. So I decided to wait. And then at 4:30 in the morning, I couldn't take it anymore. And then I looked and I saw a notification on my phone that said it's Trump. And I was like, ah, damn it.
Yes.
I already knew. I called it.
Of course you did, because you guys were fixing the whole damn thing.
It's a rigged system,
yeah,
though.
absolutely. The Freemasons are in there just lobbying for Trump. The whole thing was decided before it even happened.
It was going to be rigged if Hillary won, so it has to be rigged because
absolutely,
asshole won.
Classic rock.
There we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
It's 7 o'clock.
do you guys remember a guy by the name of Barry Maguire?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Barry Maguire, and in later years, he became a born-again Christian whack job. But before he did that, he recorded this song in 1965 called Eve of Destruction.
Oh, I remember that.
It's very appropriate.
Yes, it is.
And it's coming up now. Those drums are the sounds of the bombs going off when everybody starts to nuke us because everybody's going to hate us, and they have a right to.
Yes, they do.
There's Eve of Destruction. Oh, you're in for a fun night tonight. BIM. It's REM. At 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show, Black Sabbath before that. The Doors had a double shot of Iggy Pop, half of which was courtesy of Steve Rimmer, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Rolling Stones, Barry Maguire, all in that block. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. It's 7:35. Hello.
Yeah, I'm liking the theme so far.
Yeah, what do you mean? I played that song for no particular reason.
Of course not.
I can't think of any reason why we'd need to play that song whatsoever. I don't know what you mean, you British people. Make no sense. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know if there's anything you want to hear. And we've already ordered from Campus Pizza, but much like the election, what I voted for is what I ain't going to get. No. So
you don't get the popular vote on that one.
Jared decided to just read the other side of the sheet that we painstakingly filled out. Fortunately for you, Steve, you ordered the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I decided I decided to shake it up a little bit this week, but F me, right?
Yes. As Trump would say, yes.
He comes in and he's got his hand over his face and over the beard and everything, and he's like, "Sir, I've made a grave mistake." And I'm like, "Well, I don't understand. I've come to you and said I've made a grave mistake, and our mistakes are very different." So I was concerned,
yes,
and I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And then he informed me of what it was, and I said, well, that's not that bad. And then I was like, well, what did Steve get? And then you get the same thing, so it's fine. Everything's fine.
That's good, because I'm just looking forward to mine. I would have been peeved.
I was too, so that's life.
There we go.
Yeah. So 508-531-1303, again, is the number to call. Let us know what you want to hear. 2016 continues in grand fashion. Had a couple of more celebrity deaths this week.
Now, you notice now we skipped the 70-year-olds?
Yeah, convenient,
isn't it? Straight to the 80-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's unfortunate.
It is.
But Leonard Cohen just passed away. Was he 82?
82.
Yeah.
I thought it was 81, but whatever.
And there you go. And Robert Vaughn just passed away as well, and he was 83.
Yes, he was.
I thought he died a while ago, to be honest.
Me too. I was surprised he was still
It's
living.
the classic thing when you read the thing, and you're like, I thought they were dead. Well, they are now.
I thought I already warned you.
I did like 5 times already. I don't understand what's going on.
How many times are you going to die?
How can this keep happening?
Does this mean the end of the year is going to be like the beginning of the year?
Jesus, probably.
Are we going to have one of those like bookends type thing?
No.
It was a year ago next month that Kilmster died.
Yep.
And
yeah, I'll bring in some Motorhead.
Yep. And but make sure we don't play it before 9 o'clock. Obviously in January Bowie, and who knows what's going to happen.
Here's
in the next
the
month
odd
or
thing,
two.
though.
Yeah.
Kirk Douglas is still alive.
Yes,
absolutely.
He is.
He's almost 100.
That's
and
ridiculous.
He's still blogging.
Yes.
Yeah. And his son's still alive too, which he's had a scare or two.
I think he should go before his father, actually.
He's probably
all right. There you go.
Yeah, he's probably going to.
Steve votes for. Yes, I was actually going to mention that because Michael Michael Douglas, I don't remember who he was giving an interview to, but he went on and basically opened his big mouth and was starting to talk about Val Kilmer, who, the two of them did a movie 20 years ago called Ghost in the Darkness, which nobody really liked, but that's fine. And he was talking about his friend Val Kilmer, and he was like, well, he ain't doing too good, and chances are he's probably going to go. So my thoughts are with him, and everyone was like, hey, whoa, what are you talking about?
Val Kilmer's like, I'd like to keep this private, please.
Well, yeah, Kilmer tried to give an interview this week, but he couldn't speak because his tongue is swollen from the cancer. So
now here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, right? So Michael Douglas came out and said that Val Kilmer had tongue cancer. Val Kilmer then made a statement about within the next week or two. Yes, it was something to that effect.
Respectful, sir.
I can in all due fairness and respect, though, I can only have so much respect for someone who does not go through the proper channels to take care of themselves. Because he's one of those Christian Science nut jobs who thinks that God and faith is going to heal him. Well, you're going to die.
Exactly.
The God and faith ain't going to do nothing. You can pray all you want. I mean, a bunch of people prayed for Hillary to be president. That ain't happening either.
No.
Go back in your holes, and why don't you go to the hospital and get some medication and some treatment, and then maybe you won't keel over.
Oh,
how about that?
Well,
why don't you try that?
I heard that the big rumor is that because the Electoral College doesn't actually vote until December 19th,
yes,
that there is still a glimmer of hope that
I read this as well. It's not going to happen.
No way.
This is not going to happen.
If in the very small pinhead that happens, that would be the first time in our history that happened. No, it wouldn't be. It would be the second time in history that happens, actually. Happened before in 1885.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. I remember it well.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's one of those things where, I mean, something absolutely horrible and egregious would have to happen for that to be the case.
Please.
I'm saying, like, number one, he could, if he killed someone, but I'm sorry, he could stand out, Donald Trump could stand out on Fifth Avenue and kill someone, and he wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
Okay.
Shut the F up.
A-hole.
Oh, my God.
There we go.
Hey, Jared, you want to get this while we keep talking? There we go.
That's what we wanted to hear.
It's probably Peter. And he's like, you know what? I agree with your sentiments, but at the same time, can you please knock it off? But what I was saying about Val Kilmer was he came out and he made a statement. I think it was about maybe a week or two after Michael Douglas had said his thing that he said. And he was like, I hate to say this, but my friend Michael Douglas was misinformed, and I'm fine. I had a little bit of and here's the part that almost makes me go back on what I was just saying, right? Because he said something about, I had a little bit of a problem, and I went to, and I can't remember where it was that he said he went to, and, talked about the treatment that was necessary. But so now I'm wondering if that means that he's actually going to get the, you know what I mean? Is he actually going to get the treatment? Has he gotten off the Christian Science wagon?
I don't know.
Or is he still on it? Because he didn't really clarify that one way or the other, but Michael Douglas said he was basically going to die. He came out and said that he was fine.
Yeah.
And then now, but nobody's heard from, like you said, nobody's heard from the guy. He hasn't been able to give any interviews or anything. So nobody knows if he's in the middle of treatment, if he's healing, if he's not. It doesn't matter. The guy hasn't made a good movie in 20 years. Not that it doesn't matter, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
It's not going to, I feel like it's not going to be the huge loss to Hollywood and the entertainment industry that some of these other folks have been.
Exactly.
Not to put value on a life or devalue a life, but there you go. That's what we do here, and that's fine.
Yes, we do.
Do you have what is that? Is that a map or something that you're looking at?
Yeah, it's a map of my hometown.
Are you planning?
No. Although I have an open invitation to return.
I'm sure you do.
Should I be necessary. Because of the Trump a-hole.
Great.
Was that phone call in any way related to?
No, it was actually a request from Oklahoma.
Oh, good.
Oklahoma?
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yeah, we have a listener out there, Big Ed.
From
that's fantastic.
And he's listening out there in
I didn't
Oklahoma.
know Big Ed was in Oklahoma. You failed to share this with me the last couple of times the guy called.
What? I just found out now, okay?
Now, is he on live stream?
I'm assuming he is.
Yeah,
well, he would have to be.
Yes.
I don't think.
Well, I don't know. He could be in a bunker with like all kinds of things. Who knows?
We're all going to be there eventually. It's 180 watts, sir, and I don't think. I don't think.
Yeah.
Did he also correct you on a year, by the way? Because I heard you saying something about 18 something or other. But am I just making that up?
I think you're drunk.
All right, probably. That's the only thing that makes any of this help. So
yeah.
Well, now that we legalized weed, we can all relax.
I'm going to get stoned for 4 years.
Can we get stoned and then come in here and do the program?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get drunk and come in here and do the program for 2 years, and you guys haven't been wanting to do it.
I do both.
Okay. Well, first of all, we'll plan that. We'll plan it for a week that Jared's definitely not coming because he's a teetotaler and he's not going to do it with us. And
Really? No, he's not.
well, you know, because of your vertigo and all that.
Oh, I think he's over that.
All right. Thanks for being like Hillary Clinton and just assuming what's happening. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. That's great. That's great. Okay.
Oh.
So, well, I mean, you're invited to come with us if you want. Every time we've mentioned going out and drinking, you're like, I
don't drink, though.
I like to. All right. Well, that's exactly what I goddamn just said.
Oh, I thought you meant the other stuff.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm not talking about that.
I might have a beard, but I'm not Jesus.
Okay, I'm talking about the drinking. Or we could do both.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Let's get into the next block of Classic Rock so we can get Big Ed's request on, and then we'll come back on a little bit and talk about some more stupid stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna piss.
I got lots of stupid stuff to talk about.
Oh, great! So
we've Donald Trump.
So we've barely scratched the surface, huh?
Barely.
Spoiler alert: we're going to talk about Trump.
Oh, absolutely. I already posted. We posted on Facebook. By the way, follow us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. I already posted that if you're a Trump supporter, you might want to seek alternate entertainment for the evening.
Definitely.
Because I don't know what's going to happen, but it ain't going to be pretty.
Not at all.
Have we gotten any hate mail?
No, not at all.
We should get some hate mail.
Yeah, we need listeners for that.
Right. I'll take any mail, but we basically, we don't get love letters either. So
I know that you'd take any mail.
Neither one.
I'm on a roll tonight, fellas.
Ba-boom!
Oh, yeah.
Ba-boom.
Here it comes.
Next block of Classic Rock, 508-531-1303. Going to kick it off with a song that, some of these people in this country won't be able to sing for very much longer.
Those major market stations have high-profile sponsors, hosts with 30 years of experience and over 20,000 watts of power. Well, we have a British guy. Check and Mates. Steve Rimmer is on the Saturday Night Soundtrack on VIM.
Jimi Hendrix Experience is on 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday Night Soundtrack. That one goes out to Big Ed in Oklahoma, apparently, who wanted to send that one out to Steve the Sleeve. So there you go. The Who before that, ZZ Top, Jonathan Richman, and Led Zeppelin kicked the block off with Immigrant Song, which is, I don't know if you can sing that now.
That's a song for me.
Can you sing it now? I don't even know.
I don't
even know what that means. So just a little after 8, Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. I know that it's a little bit out of, after 8 because I can tell time in from memory because none of these clocks in front of me are correct.
The one behind you is.
Yeah, I know. But the ones that actually get maintained by this station, not right. Yeah, that's fantastic.
They're as hopeless as a freaking Donald Trump.
This is the Donald Trump administration.
Here's a drinking game. Every time we say Donald Trump on this show tonight, take a shot.
Take a shot.
Exactly, please.
And we'll be giving out the number for the alcohol poisoning hotline. We'll be giving that to you momentarily. Yes.
And somebody drop by and bring us a bottle.
Yes.
We're going to need it.
Of anything. I don't even
Anything,
care.
okay.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, I'm just saying, one serious point is, I am an immigrant. I'm not a U.S. citizen.
Correct.
I'm still a British citizen. I've been here for almost 30 years. And since Tuesday, this is the first time, seriously, I felt nervous about being an immigrant in this country.
You know, I'm going to tell, and your concerns are well founded for very obvious reasons. I'm going to tell you that I do not think you need to be concerned.
I know that
for 2 reasons. Number 1, you are not the type of person that Donald Trump is concerned about.
Oh, I know.
Number 2,
well, after the show, maybe.
You're right. Number 2, you are he's looking for people who he's going after the people. Number 1,
I know.
obviously the criminal. He's also going after the people who are completely illegal. You are not illegal because you are here legally by marriage.
Yes.
So it's totally
No, I know
fine.
all of that, but I'm just saying that
I
no
get
matter
that,
what
but
happens,
I understand.
One of my stance is,
sure,
this is the first time I've had to think about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's never even been a consideration before.
Never even thought about it.
So I totally get it. Then we're all screwed. So that's fine. I was going to say, let's get into a segment where we don't talk about Trump for a segment, and then we'll get back into him later on. I don't want to be into him at all. That's gross.
No, I don't want that for sure.
But anyway, it's time to talk about
you
the
can always hang on to his hair.
I don't even want to think about that. Have you seen the? Let's hold off for a second. Have you seen the nude photos of Melania Trump? Have you Googled those at all?
No.
He's like, wait a second.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
The phone.
It's weird because there are some. I got some photos when I did this search that at first I thought I was like, well, that's not her, and then it showed up on a whole bunch of, you know what I mean? Like the same picture showed up a bunch of times, and I was like, well, I guess it is her, but it doesn't look like her. And she's standing there, and she's got like a hand half over her privates and whatnot. And some of them are a little bit more I don't want to say in detail because nothing's really in detail, but some of them look like they were photographed more professionally than others.
No.
Yes, that would be
exactly.
That would be the one I'm discussing.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be the one.
I've seen. Thank you.
Oh, this is our new first. This is our new first lady.
That's the first lady. I believe that's the first lady that we've ever seen naked during the administration or even before it. The only other first lady that I can think of that anybody ever saw nude was Jackie O, and that was after the administration when Hustler magazine published photos of her coming out of a cabana.
I don't remember that.
Google Jackie O naked. And you'll be able to see it.
I've got Melania naked on my phone, so you're going to do Jackie O.
Let's just say there's going to be a lot more shrubbery in the one that Jared comes up with than the one that you were just looking at, sir.
Yeah, I understand.
And that's just a generational thing, and it's a historical timeline thing, and well, that's fine.
You know how else I know that we're screwed?
No. Yeah, how?
Because
little picture of Trump in the background on this one?
yeah, it's
That's hilarious.
because Kanye West said that he's going to run in 2020.
Oh, God.
Well, no, he's not.
Anything's possible
He's
now.
not. It's not going to happen. Anything is possible. That is correct, but it's not. It's just not going to happen. I don't even. Oh, why? I don't actually want to see that, sir. Why are you showing that to me? Let's get on with the segment that I had planned. Let's talk about The Walking Dead from this past week.
What? Didn't watch it.
Are you serious?
Yes, because of everything that's been going on. I haven't had a chance to yet.
God, this F's up the whole thing that I had planned.
I'm sorry.
You've got to tell me these things ahead of time, sir. Yes.
No.
You have to tell me these things ahead of time so that I can properly prepare for the program.
I'm sorry.
Damn it. So anyway, how do you feel about Trump? Let's talk about that. Now, I don't think we've mentioned already in the program your feelings, and, we can talk about anything you want.
Nut job.
I think you had a picture of that you just showed me.
Yeah, well, now here's the thing. One of the radio stations I listen to, they go to the same core group of people each year to get their feelings before, during, and leading up to and after the elections. Okay. And one of them was a lady from New Hampshire that she owns some candy stores and been staunch Republican for years. And they've been going back to her for, I think they said 15 years now to get her comments. She didn't vote Republican this time, and she called Trump a loose cannon.
A lot of people are calling him a loose
yes.
cannon.
Well, yeah, because he is.
Yeah.
I prefer nut job. I think that's a better idea.
One of two things is going to happen here, and in a way, in a way we win entertainment wise, and in another way we're all obviously going to lose horribly.
Yes.
Number one, he could be as absolutely nuts as he seemed when he was campaigning, which is just going to lead to 4 years of absolute, debauchery and ridiculousness. That's going to be an absolute shit show, to disaster to watch. And so
number two,
so you could have that. You could have that. You could have that for 2 years, for 4 years, or he could completely flip the other way. Start as he's already started intimating like he might. Act like the politician that everybody thought he wasn't, and watch all the Republicans who vote, or all the people who voted for him, Republican or not, thinking that he was going to be anti-establishment, lose their friggin' minds, because now he's playing the game like everybody else plays, and all you people are a-holes who just got completely duped by this guy, because that's his job. He was out there campaigning and maybe acting like a nut because he was trying to get all the votes, and now he gets the votes. Screw all you people. I'm going to play the game because that's what I got to do to maintain this office. And if he wants to maintain the office and get reelected, he's going to have to play nice with some of the politicians that he's got to deal with.
Yeah, but I suddenly thought of today, 4 years down the road, he's going to be fighting for this job again.
Absolutely.
And it could be somebody like Elizabeth Warren that he's going up against.
Absolutely no idea who it could be.
Can you imagine what that one's going to be like?
I'm afraid if that happened, it's just going to be a redo of this year.
Oh, yeah.
If he goes up against Elizabeth Warren, there's no way that she would ever win.
What's interesting, too, is that the professor who predicted Trump's win, he also says that within a year, 6 months to a year of his being in office, is that he's going to get himself impeached. And so this guy has already predicted the last 4 presidents on the nose, and he's saying that my side prediction.
Did he predict Trump but with impeachment?
No, he said.
Oh, okay.
He said.
So he's broken his streak then.
Yeah, he's saying Trump will win, hands down. He'll win. A year later, Trump wins. And now he's saying now that he's in the office.
I thought you just said he didn't predict Trump to win.
No. He predicted Trump to win.
Oh, okay.
But now he's also now that Trump is in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's saying now
he's adding this.
He's
in.
adding this.
Okay.
In there. It's interesting because that guy who's like, I don't use matrices at all. Like, here's how I do it, and people are like, how do you do that?
There's one poll.
Does he have a groundhog or something?
I don't know, but he's a magician.
I think Donald Trump has a groundhog, and we're not going to worry about what he does with it.
No.
There's one poll person on CNN who apparently predicted incorrectly, obviously, and then ate a bug on air because there was some sort of a side bet that he would eat a bug if Hillary Clinton lost.
Yeah,
and
a
then he
lot
had
of
to eat
people.
A bug. I don't even understand.
I'm expecting a lot of bets to be cashed
absolutely
in already.
If anybody listens to Howard Stern, there's a guy on the show that has to shave his pubes now.
Oh,
excuse me, wax them.
All right, waxing is a different story.
Got to wax his pubes, but he's got to do the acorns as well.
Yeah,
and it's just not going to be a good time. And I bet a bunch of people have made a bunch of wild bets all the way across the country about this kind of thing. I was smart. I laid low. I don't make bets about things because there's just too much writing on it. I got enough crap in my life to have to worry about the outcome of a particular bet.
I should have made
on a politician or sports or anything. I'm not doing any of that.
I should have done it because I predicted this. I called it. I'm like, you watch, he's going to win. And sure enough, he did.
I mean, again, it doesn't count because you're with the Freemasons and you guys probably set the whole thing up.
Yeah, they did.
So, you know what I mean? That's like a referee saying that they know who's going to win the Super Bowl. Well, of course you do.
You know, that whole thing is funny because I remember a lot of people saying, well, you guys did it so the DNC elects Clinton. And then I hear, oh, you guys did it so that Trump wins. And we're not involved in politics at all. I mean, like, there's people that work in politics, but we're not.
Come to think of it, we've had all these conversations tonight, but Jared doesn't talk politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how can you not be involved in politics when several of the presidents were Freemasons?
A lot of, I mean, you know, George Washington was a Freemason. Mm-hmm. Last Freemason that we had in was, I can't remember. Eisenhower, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. Don't look to me for help because I have absolutely no idea.
Ford only started it, and then he just never finished it. So that doesn't really count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started it, but then he just never finished it.
Well, that figures. He probably fell down on the way into the building.
Well, he was like, "Oh, I'm now the president, so I don't need this outfit. Get out of here."
You kind of do need the outfit because you're one of the only presidents who was just not elected ever.
Yeah,
and you basically just ended up being. There's one other guy who was president for like a day, didn't get elected or anything like that, and I can't remember what the circumstances were. It was one of those goofy historical anomalies.
Yeah,
but Gerald Ford is the only, as far as I know, the only official president that was never actually nominated to the position.
Yep.
And you know, Trump's the only elect that has had no political standing whatsoever, hasn't held office whatsoever,
which is great. I'm going through a process right now. Well, who else?
Not.
Well, who else? Son?
Well, you think about before all that stuff, you know, like Jefferson's and all.
No, he's the only elected president that has not held some form of office.
Washington didn't hold an office.
Yeah, he did. He was a politician before he became the president.
Was he?
Yes, of course he was.
What did he do?
Read your history books.
I will.
I like that we're going back to Washington and Jefferson, by the way. Mm-hmm. The point of that is that nobody in recent history that anyone's been alive for within the past 200 years has taken office without having some kind of experience. I saw a thing on Facebook, which is absolutely true, and it was a meme that said, I don't ever want to see, now that Trump has won, I don't ever want to go apply for a job and see experience needed again.
Exactly.
Because it's ridiculous. We're in the process right now at my work of trying to hire someone for our group. So I'm in on the interviewing.
So I can come in?
No. I'm in on the interviewing process, and that would be a nightmare. I'm in on the interviewing process and all that, right? And
I'll be there on Monday.
One of the biggest questions that we keep asking these people are, what is their experience and what kind of experience are they bringing to the job that we have? That's the number one.
Exactly.
And this guy comes in with no friggin' experience whatsoever.
You know, I remember when Obama
ridiculous.
was campaigning the first time around.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying he has no experience.
Yeah, but he did though because he was a politician.
I remember a lot of people saying that.
Well,
a lot
of people are effing idiots, which is obvious by the way this election turned out.
I know. I'm just saying it's just funny how this works. That's all, man. Relax.
But it's all rigged. That's
yeah,
why
it's all-
Hillary
all- the whole
Clinton
thing's
won.
rigged.
Oh, sorry, Hillary Clinton didn't win. But it's rigged. So
Well, you know,
that means he won because
Well,
it's rigged.
Then you say, well, see, here's the thing, too, right? Here's the other thing about it. Here's the other thing about it, right? Is he was going on and then all the things saying, oh yeah, you know, the polls show me I'm way ahead. The polls show I'm way ahead. And then the system's rigged and blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the guy wins. And then but nobody can see what polls he was talking
He
about.
hasn't said anything since he won about the system being rigged.
Ah,
even though he won with
interesting
the system
how that
being
worked
rigged.
out.
Well, you know, I did see. I don't know if it was real or fake, but I did see on Reddit a post supposedly from his Twitter account saying that the electoral college is not good for democracy.
Do you keep saying electoral college?
Yeah, he means
I gotta
electoral,
back up
but that's
for
okay.
a second. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Yeah.
the electoral.
It's electoral, not
Yeah.
electorical.
You know what? You two are
I'm
right.
just saying.
On your high effing horses.
I let it go the first time, maybe the second, but I think this is like the third time, and I just had to ask the question.
It could have been something else he was talking about.
High horses.
Do you?
MFs.
I'm wondering if we got a. I wonder if we have a medley of. Or what does he always call it? A melody
Yeah, a melody.
of classic rock coming up.
Yes, we should.
The system. This show is rigged against you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh. Another block of classic rock. I haven't heard Richards in a while. That's pulling one out from way back.
Bologna sandwiches.
Oh, Eric Clapton's on deck. You got SNS on BIM.
Whether you're spending a night in town or just a night in, we've got you covered. It's All Request Classic Rock on Bridgewater's Saturday night soundtrack with Rob Hicks at 91.5 WBIM.
That's the Scorpions at 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show. Pink Floyd was before that. Heard from Nirvana, Eric Clapton, Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer, and somehow, and I don't know how this ended up happening or when it ended up happening, but Jared actually ended up procuring for me the correct dinner.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You're a good egg, sir. No matter
now we're good.
No
right
matter-
now we're not
no matter what I
making
might
jokes
no
at
ma-
my expense.
no matter what I
Your
might
horseshoe.
every once in a while say about you or the shady secret cloistered organizations to which you belong. So I apologize. I don't really, but I'm grateful to have you as my friend, and I'm even more grateful to have the sandwich that I wanted. It's delicious.
You're
it's
welcome.
Delicious. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know what you want to hear. We're doing classic rock until 11 o'clock and bitching. So you can become a part of that, and, well, it's a whole lot of fun. You can follow us on Twitter, at SN Soundtrack. You can like us on Facebook, Saturday Night Soundtrack. Don't forget about our YouTube channel. Just look up Saturday Night Soundtrack, filter for channels. We're the first thing that's going to come up, and all of our old shows are up there with the exception of last week's, which I will get right on that within the next day or two. So we'll get that squared away. Do you
Saturday night bitching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Should that be the name of our show this week? Should we have different names for our show?
That would be. I wish some other radio shows did that. That
Yeah.
would be a great idea.
Could have different names for our shows, different weeks, depending on what we're doing.
Exactly.
You know, this could be the Super Bitchin' Circus.
Yep.
And next week could be who the hell knows what? Who knows?
See what you did there, sir.
You do, huh? Do either of you guys know what your astrological signs are?
I do.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, see that.
Well, not until they added that new one in.
Exactly.
Here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
First off, they didn't change the astrological signs.
So explain this to me, because I'm reading this thing that says that they did.
No, it's all false.
It's telling me that I'm now a Taurus, and I've been a Gemini all my life.
Go to Snopes. It's done. The other thing about it is, when you get into all that stuff, because I used to date a girl that was into all that stuff, and man, did she give me a PhD in that stuff. Your sign.
Swallow that food, Jared.
Yeah, swallow it, sir.
Yeah,
swallow it good.
it good.
What's wrong with us?
You know, the funny thing is, I went to go get the food.
Yeah.
We are playing throughout the whole building.
Awesome. Love it.
So, you know, there's people out there listening to us just yelling at each other to swallow it.
And,
You know,
among other things.
usually I don't swallow until I get dinner first, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Please continue with
So-
with the story you were telling, not with this.
So she tells me, right? My sign is I'm an Aquarius, right?
Okay.
The caveat to that. Aquarius. the caveat to that is,
And
is
we're
that,
no longer playing all through the building.
No, no, they all shut us off by now. Is that you? There's also other things to it. There's other like little like you have a rising sign and a descending sign. So mine would be.
My wife can tell you about my rising sign.
Could you there?
She could, at least as of Tuesday or Monday, whatever.
That's so good that it was a couple of days ago.
I got to mention it because that's not usually the case. Continue.
Marriage life sucks. So like for example, mine would be I am an Aquarius with a Taurus rising.
Okay.
Right, and then that plays into a whole bunch of things. You have 12 houses, whatever, but. Common people.
I'm going to imagine that you already didn't give a crap when she was explaining this, just like I am getting to that point now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was kind of interested in it.
How long was this relationship?
I was kind of interested in it because you go through life thinking, "Oh man, I this is my sign," and then you get a little nerdy. And you're like, I wonder what my horoscope says, and so you look it up and it's there. Okay, great. But then you have to go. Now, like you date this girl, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, wait a second."
Well, that's
so
what
now
I
I'm going to read all these different things. That's what I thought this whole thing.
That's what I thought this whole thing was. I thought this whole thing was just messing me up. You know, based on everything I thought I knew about myself.
No, this is all junk.
All right,
we changed the signs. No, they didn't.
So you're a Taurus with something rising.
I am an Aquarius.
With Taurus
rising. Yeah.
And then what did you say about the descending part? Where does that come in?
That comes in because you have 12 houses, right? So you have a bunch of houses, and then in those houses there are signs to all those houses.
And then also Tom Petty somewhere.
And then it also plays into like what time you were born, and like so if you're born in the morning, that means something. If you're born at night, it's insane. I have books on it because she's just like, here you go, you need to know all this stuff. Jeez, I'm
surprised you actually kept the books. You're the type of person I would think would have tossed the books.
Well, the strange thing is I'm a person that cannot.
Or I shouldn't say toss, donate.
I'm a person that, like, if I get a gift from somebody, I can't get rid of it. It feels weird. Like Steve had given me a gift of a book, right?
Careful now.
And then I came across
because I don't know where this is going.
I then came across a hardcover edition of that book, and now me being the way I am, I prefer my books in hardcover now because I'm an old man, right? But I can't let go of the book that Steve gave me. So I have two copies
job,
of this
Steve,
book.
Giving him a paperback copy when you could have given him a hard copy.
I got the paperback copy before. It's actually a trade. That's a whole other nerdy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got that way before the hardcover book came across my desk.
Which one was this?
Coma.
Oh.
Yes.
No, you see, I never even got a copy of Coma.
Do you want
hard copy?
I have a copy.
As previously discussed.
I can't. It's in my bones. I can't do it. If someone gives me a gift, I cannot return it or exchange it or whatever. Like I out of a birthday gift one time, someone gave me The Apartment, Billy Wilder's film, right? And then sometime along my line, I get a Blu-ray copy of it. I can't let go of the DVD copy of it, so it's there. I have VHS that I can't let go.
You know what?
I'm a hoarder.
What he's getting from me for Christmas this year?
What's up?
Soiled underwear.
Well, absolutely.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
see if he keeps hold of that.
Where's the pair of boxer shorts that my wife and I gave you? That was a gift. So where is that?
It's in a place where it'll never be worn.
But do you still have them?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I do.
Did you ever wear them?
No.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Do we need to know more descriptive?
Oh, I've told you this story before. We gave him a pair of underwear that said, "I bring nothing to the table."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we gave you a mug, and I think we also gave you a $10 Best Buy gift card because we aren't Richards, and we weren't just going to give you that as just your gift.
Yeah. No, I mean that's fine if you did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not. Your friendship to me is more worth than anything else in the world.
Oh God! There's another Tom Petty moment.
Oh, you like that?
Breakdown. I might as well just start because I don't have one queued up, so I might as well sort of just improvise on the fly.
We're going Tom Petty free this evening?
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't have one queued up, sir. Meaning within the next song or two.
Yeah. But anyway, so what were we going on about? What was the story about the signs?
That was
Donald
it.
Trump's
It was
an a-hole?
Oh, okay.
It was just going to be about the fact that they had potentially switched the signs,
but they didn't.
And then you put the kibosh on that. So now I'm going to have to go do some more research.
But Donald Trump's still an a-hole, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So.
Well, he would probably change the signs.
Probably.
I
don't want to be a Leo anymore.
I don't like the signs, okay? And I know about signs. I'm the best about signs. I'm the best in the world about signs. That I can tell you. I can tell you about the signs.
Let me tell you something.
Shut the F up. It's going to be a long...
It's going to be a long 4 years. 4 years, man.
You know what? I said to Jared earlier, though, when we were off the air, no matter what I think about all of this crap,
yeah,
it's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what I was saying.
Never going to be a dull moment.
Well, that's what I was saying in the last segment. It's either going to go that he's going to be as nutty as he was while he was campaigning, so it's going to be 4 years of absolute tomfoolery, or he's going to turn politician, and then you can watch all of the Republicans and quote-unquote independents who don't act very independent, just lose their minds over the fact that he's a politician now when they thought they weren't electing a politician.
Exactly.
Here's
So
what I'm
either way, there's going to be entertainment.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. This is going to be just like the Guns N' Roses situation, where we're all like, "Oh man, the Axl Rose is coming out. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be insane," and then it's bland. It's going to be bland.
I mean, I'll live with bland too. I just don't want, he's going to end up. What I don't want to have happen. This is the only thing I really care about, right? With the exception of the economy and the things that affect us as a nation on a whole. What I really, really want to make sure just does not happen is that he doesn't open his mouth and say something absolutely ridiculous about North Korea. They push a button and we're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I just basically want to make sure he doesn't put us in that situation where he's basically had the proclivity all along to say that he's going to potentially, quote, not take nukes off the table. Ramping up that kind of rhetoric isn't going to help if he does that while he's president. And all he has to say is just step out of line just one time, say something stupid. Kim Jong-il over there he's a nutbag himself.
He's a bigger nutbag
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
Trump.
So you got two nutbags going at it, and then all of a sudden, boom, and then the other one, boom, and then boom, and then we're dead.
Yeah.
And I just don't want that to happen, and I don't want the economy to go on the toilet.
And we don't need to talk about the Supreme Court justices, because if those two over 80 die, we're screwed.
Oh, Jesus, absolutely. Which they will.
They've got to stay alive for 4 years.
They've got it right. It's 4 years. If he gets reelected, then we're screwed in the second 4, because there's no way they're going to last on for another 8 years.
I know.
No way.
I mean, they could. I guess
they got to change that thing anyway.
But it's the era of the 80s dying right now, so
absolutely.
Be careful with that,
Yeah.
Robert Vaughn.
Be on the lookout.
Yes. But Trump's an a-hole.
Oh, yeah. So basically all I want to make sure of is that the world doesn't have an apocalyptic ending within the next 4 to 8 years, and the economy doesn't end up going into the next Great Depression since 1928.
No.
If we can avoid those two, or 29, the way we can avoid those two things, beyond that is I don't really care about the details. Because I can't hope I don't have any hope for this. I have such low expectations that's all I want is for not a cataclysmic depression and not for us to be apocalyptically killed. If anything falls short of that, then I'm fine.
I say all the Secret Service agents guarding Trump right now should put their guns away.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how good he does without his guns.
Yes.
Oh, they got guns around for him, huh? Well, they drop their guns and see how good they do.
I want aliens to show up.
And you know what?
And then they come down and we take us through your leader. That guy. F this. We want to give all of our intelligence to your leader.
Yeah,
please take him to us. That guy.
Where's his anus?
Oh, my God. It's a Cheeto. Let's get out of here, Frank. Okay, and then they get back and then they fly off.
Is your leader behind the big orange sphincter? I can't see I can't tell what the situation is.
Well, worst
Can
case
you
scenario,
explain it to us?
They show up, aliens, and they're actually giant Cheetos. And they're like, oh, look, we're home.
On your way, sir.
I think we're going to get into another block of classic rock here. And then we'll find out what everybody else wants. So here, give us a call, 508-531-1303. Get SNS on BIM.
From ACDC to CC Top, we've got the biggest collection of classic rock in Bridgewater. You're listening to the Saturday Night Soundtrack with Rob Hicks on 91.5 WBIM.
That's Guns N' Roses and 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday Night Soundtrack, that one's going out to Lisa and Tom. And, every time I hear that song, I think about the beginning of Lean on Me. That scene right before the opening credits when Morgan Freeman gets fired, and as he storms out of the place, he says, "This place deserves exactly what it gets." Fitting. That's kind of how I feel now.
Exactly.
This place deserves exactly what it gets.
Yes, it does.
And
you know what?
Me now lie in it.
Well, that's interesting.
You being a what?
A non-voter. I can stand here and go, now, guys, look what you did. Did you hear the things coming out of Britain, though? Because of the embarrassment over Brexit.
Yes.
They're all thanking America now because now they don't look quite so stupid.
Well, it's kind of like that thing that I sent you guys in the messenger earlier this week where somebody had just a picture of it was like Britain. Brexit's one of the worst things that could ever happen to a country in the world. U.S. Here, hold my beer. Yeah. Watch this. that we've obviously throughout the course of the evening shared our feelings on the whole situation and how we feel about everything that's happened and unfolded and everything. I think we've made ourselves abundantly clear.
Yeah.
As far as a couple of other people who how they feel about it, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are squarely apparently in the Trump. Well, one of them,
Belichick sent a letter.
Sent a letter, and Tom Brady. Well, this is what Donald Trump had to say about Tom Brady at a New Hampshire rally. I think it was the morning of Election Day, or maybe it was the night before Election Day, or whatever the case was. He had this to say.
Tom Brady, great guy, great friend of mine, great champion, unbelievable winner.
A-hole.
He called today, and he said, Donald, I support you, you're my friend, and I voted for you.
That's probably another lie.
And I want to tell you, this guy is a champ, and he is a winner, and he is a great person. So I said, so Tom, you voted for me, you support me. Am I allowed to say it tonight to this massive crowd in New Hampshire? He said, if you want to say it, you can say it, okay? Tom, that's what a champ is all about.
So now he comes out and says that, and he specifically goes to the point and to the extent of saying, "Do I have your permission to say this to the crowd?" And then, according to the data that came, the information that came from the horse's mouth, literally, that he said yes, sure. And then, very briefly, within that period of time, Giselle came out and said, "Well, we don't support Trump." And she said this. I don't know if it was right after he made that speech or concurrent with it. But like you said, Bill Belichick, he mentioned the letter that Belichick sent him within the same speech, which apparently was actually authenticated. Because my original thought was that because when you listen to Donald Trump read the letter, which I don't even want to listen to it, but when he read the letter, it was written very much like how Trump speaks. And I was like, did he just write this letter himself and then just say?
I wouldn't put it past him.
But apparently it was validated by a couple of sources that Belichick did, in fact, drop him a note. The interesting thing came out maybe about a day or two later when a reporter asked Tom Brady at a press conference if he actually if he actually had that phone conversation with Trump and how he felt about letting his politics be known across a national stage.
Why did you give Trump permission to talk about your political preferences at that rally in New Hampshire in front of a national audience?
Yeah. We're still waiting.
Why did I give him permission? So you're assuming I gave people permission?
Did you not give him permission to talk about your political preferences?
I'm just going to talk about football this week. Yeah, I talked to my wife. She said I can't talk about politics anymore, so I think that's a good decision.
Yeah.
Made for our family.
Under my
that's great.
thumb.
Tell my wife, talk to my wife, because she's told me that I can't play with you guys anymore. Sorry. Giselle said I can't talk politics anymore, so I'm not gonna. Well, I guess one good thing came out of this. We've solved a mystery that's been going on for almost 2 years now. We found out where Brady's deflated balls are. They're in Giselle's purse. Jesus Christ. Can't go talk to my wife.
That's like someone else I talked to who was telling me that they're not allowed to wash dishes anymore. And when I asked them why they're not allowed to wash dishes anymore, it was, well, my wife doesn't like the way I wash dishes. Oh, okay. Well, and then, so that's why we're getting a machine, because she's sick and tired of doing all the dishes instead of me helping out.
It's sort of a different situation in a couple of ways. Number one, I'm sure this individual is not a millionaire player in what's deemed to be one of the most masculine sports in the world. Secondly, the guy's probably smart because he's just gutting himself out of doing the goddamn dishes by hand all the time. That's a brilliant move.
I like doing dishes.
I know. We've had this conversation. You're a nutbag. I don't know why you like doing dishes. It's insane.
It's relaxing.
No, it's not. It's the 21st century.
No.
Just throw them in a machine.
No.
Yeah.
No, I like doing dishes too.
Right here.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with both of you. I don't care if you take his side. I feel the same way about you now.
No, I don't know. There's just something calming about doing dishes.
You see, if we fill our machine, then we're screwed because we haven't got enough dishes to continue to eat.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But, like, we'll go to eat dinner, and all of a sudden my wife's like, why do we have no forks? And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Because I meant to run the dishwasher for, like, the past 2 days and then forgot.
Exactly.
And I got to take one fork out and then, like, wash it real quick with the dish soap in the sink.
Yes.
And then she doesn't trust the thoroughness of my washing, so I'm going to get that fork.
Yeah.
Like, that's my fork at that point because it's my fault that the dishes didn't get
Here's
run.
a question for you, because we're both married.
Yeah, you and I are both married.
Yeah,
not to each other. We hasten to point, which probably the next few years nobody will be able to be anyway.
So when you're making breakfast for your wife, you might do some fried eggs, possibly.
You're
Yeah.
I love
doing nothing.
I love the assumption that kicks off that sentence. I don't make breakfast, sir. I clean up after breakfast.
Okay.
If we make breakfast, she makes breakfast.
Okay, so
and here's why.
Here's if she's making
Yep,
making
okay.
breakfast.
Yeah.
The question works both ways.
And then I'll explain to you why that it's that way around.
Puts a
But go
couple
ahead.
of eggs in the pan. She's doing fried eggs for breakfast,
Yeah.
and one of them cracks and the yolk bursts in the pan.
Yep.
Who gets it?
I get it.
You do.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
She gives it to you.
Yeah, because she knows I don't care.
Oh.
And it actually ties into what I was going to mention is one of the reasons why I don't make breakfast is because my wife is so goddamn picky. She actually doesn't like eggs at all because she doesn't like the idea of where they come from. So when she cracks an egg... Right, because she'd rather, if it were up to her, she would eat egg beaters all the time. Like, she doesn't like actual eggs because she's thinking of the fact that it came from a chicken's Donald Trump. So she thinks about this, and she doesn't want the egg. So then she's like, well, if this egg is not perfect, I'm not going to want to eat it. So she'll crack the egg, but then she'll, like, look at it and look for little spots and specks, and you and I both know that that's going to be normal.
Yeah, of course it
any
is.
egg that you crack, it's out there, none of them are going to be the
The
same.
more free range, the more oddness.
Yeah, so she hates the idea of that. So if she goes to fry eggs, she's very particular about which eggs she gets.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to go down that road, and I don't even want to be involved. So I just let her make the breakfast, and then I clean up after all of it. I do the dishes, and I do, maybe if I remember, I do the dishes, and then I do all the rest of it. And then, well, that's how it goes.
You are selling me on marriage.
But we're not trying to sell you on marriage, sir. You're never going to be sold on marriage, and that's a fact. Now, we both know that that's the situation.
I know, but
You know what I mean?
45 years old now,
By the
you're
way-
not married, so what do you think?
By the way, though, I'm wondering why this conversation didn't sell you on marriage, because I just told you that my wife makes breakfast. I don't have to make breakfast.
Well, no, just all the whatever.
No, I get you.
Trump's an idiot. Let's go on about
Trump is an idiot, and
I bet he doesn't make breakfast either.
and apparently Tom Brady is a pee-whipped,
God, definitely.
sissy boy.
He's a good player, but oh my!
I think that Donald Trump's catchphrase should be changed.
Grab him by the
Brady.
You know, I think that'll.
Brady.
I think that one works a lot better.
grab him by the
Brady.
Brady.
I like the GOP one though. Grab our peas.
Yes.
Bill Murray, at his finest. He owns half of the minor league Plymouth baseball team down there.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah, when he came down to film a movie, he was so enamored by the playing down there, he was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy half of that team.
He's a good guy. Did you see him singing the...
Famous people
Take Me
do
Out to the
such
Ballpark?
random things, too.
Did you see that during the World Series?
Yeah.
It was funny.
That was good.
Yes.
Hey, do you remember that 108-year-old Cubs fan that was all excited about the
and
World
she
Series?
died.
Yeah, she
And
just
she
died.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
I
She
would
had a
drop-
heart attack because Donald Trump got elected president.
I would
did.
drop dead, too.
It's another bad thing Trump has done.
If I've been waiting my whole
A-hole.
life to see my favorite team win, and then they finally win, and then the cream on the top of that dessert of them winning is Trump getting the election, I'd be like, F this.
I'd be like, I don't actually think that's cream. I think that's something else. And I'm not okay with that.
It's in his boxes.
So they say I bring nothing to the table.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, this just confirmed by the New Yorker, by the way. Speaking to reporters late Friday night, President-elect Donald Trump revealed that he had Googled Obamacare for the first time earlier in the day. He said, and I quote, I Googled it, and I must say, I was surprised. There was a lot in it that really made sense, to be honest. He said that he regretted that the frenetic pace of the presidential campaign had prevented him from Googling Obamacare earlier. You're always running, he said. There were so many times that I made a mental note to Google Obamacare, but I just never got around to it. What a friggin' idiot.
Oh, my God.
What a
nut job.
What's what? I'm speechless. Yeah. I'm
What
absolutely
is
speechless.
anti-terrorism?
It makes no sense. I hope he Googles all sorts of words that you actually shouldn't be Googling, like terrorist.
What is ISIS?
He knows what ISIS is.
I don't know, but Hillary and Obama started it. I know that much.
Where is North Korea?
I don't know, man. I don't
gosh.
know. I just.
Scary. But I hate to say, though,
I didn't want this. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody really
No, I
wanted
mean, like,
it.
Well, apparently a majority of Americans did. Oh, no, wait,
they
no, because
didn't.
he didn't win the popular vote. I forgot.
By hundreds of thousands, he
It
didn't.
pisses me off because, like, you know,
Number
as
3.
Americans, we're supposed to, like, put up our best people up there. And the best people we have up there were that.
I'm afraid of Americans.
Hell, man.
Why are you not talking? I'm queuing something up. Why can't you continue talking?
I thought you were scratching your nose or something. I was waiting for you to jump in for what I just said.
No, they kept posting on Instagram
right when I need you to talk.
images from David Bowie's "I'm Afraid of Americans."
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Scott Reznor, remember that one?
in a way,
Trent Reznor.
in a way,
I was like, who's Scott Reznor? That's his unfamous cousin.
Yes.
in a way, I do kind of want something terrible to happen out of this. Only so people can then go, holy crap. Yeah, maybe that was a bad idea.
Yeah, but the only problem then is we're stuck with this for 4 years.
Well, I don't know. Not if it's something that he's done so terrible that they're like, okay, all right, we made a huge mistake. We're going to have to get you out now.
And not if, either that or, one of the nut jobs in this country wakes up and decides to take some sort of action of whatever type. We don't know what it is.
I wouldn't advocate it, but
nope,
I'd
absolutely
be
not.
smiling.
I wouldn't be, because the death, I don't care who you are, the death of a person is just...
Here we go.
No, it's just basic human... It's just basic human decency. You know what I mean? It's just basic human decency, man. It's a human being.
I could listen to you say that and him start singing that way, like on repeat for the rest of this program.
That's wonderful. I mean, the fact that it's a person, man. You know, whether they be a giant Cheeto or not, it's a person. And,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, obviously, I want the guy out.
Fair.
You know what I mean? I want him gone.
By whatever means necessary.
If it involves him getting murdered, no, not so much.
Hey, we got whoever said that, I didn't say anything about that.
No,
we're kind of on
talking
course.
about?
We're kind of on course for it anyway.
Hopefully.
Let's be honest with you.
The Secret
coming.
Service is going to
Something-
have a word with me within the next month or two because somehow nobody listens to the show, but they'll get a hold of it somehow.
Of course they will.
I wonder, once it gets on YouTube,
Absolutely.
I almost wonder, what are we going to see first? Are we going to see something terrible coming out of this presidency before California goes into the deep hole because of all the fault lines that it's sitting on that they just discovered?
They passed the marijuana bill too, so they're not going to really care about it.
They're just floating away. They're like,
Yeah, we'll see you later. I heard that Oregon had already, like the day after Trump was put in, or that he won, that Oregon was like, all right, we're seceding. See you guys later.
Awesome.
I don't know what the power behind that is, but I doubt that will happen. I mean, I remember something about what is it, the South seceding?
What's the new one? Cal Exit?
Yeah, something stupid. I mean, we'll never see anything major happen in the United States ever again. The last thing that we'll ever see is what we saw, I don't know, maybe... You know what I mean?
Do you ever watch Jared start talking and then you realize that he knows that he's going down a hole that he can't pull himself back from?
Back out.
And then the question is, do I save him from this by going, hey, another block of classic rock coming up?
No, I just...
Or do I just let it happen?
Like a lot of people right now are like protesting, and then they're signing some stupid petition.
That's stupid as well.
They're like the petition's not going to do anything, man. Like what we need is we need to mobilize not just a couple of thousand of people. You need to mobilize 1 million people, and especially you need to mobilize those people in those swing state things if you're going to try to make even a slight dent.
You've got 1.3 million on the petition right now.
You need people to actually revolt, right? And that's what people need. You want to make any changes, you revolt. And the fact that no one's done that is just ridiculous.
76.
Someone should have revolted during the election. Like, these are not the people we want. These are not the people that we want to represent us as a country. Classic rock is up next. Thanks for listening. 91.5. Here you go.
Got it. Oh, your thing went limp, sir.
He did it again.
Whatever, man.
Hey, coming up in about 15 minutes, we got a unique yay or nay for you. So come back around for that and listen to some classic rock in the meantime.
Trump fighting all night.
Classic rock.
God damn it.
Till 11 o'clock. John Mellencamp's on deck. SNS on BIM.
The Saturday night soundtrack.
Saturday night. Saturday night. Saturday night. Saturday night.
Actually, pretty nice little Saturday.
WBIM.
Oh, that's yes at 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. SNS radio show. That was from their Fragile album. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. When do we find out if the inductees, or I'm sorry, the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if they've actually got in? Do we know if there's a date for finding that out yet?
No.
So I had no idea if they were going to have. I know the timeline vaguely, but then I wasn't even sure if they tell you before before 2017 whether or not anybody's getting in.
No.
So we'll have to hold on and hold our breath for Tupac.
Yes.
We don't know when he's going to be in there, but it'll be fun.
It's the hip and hop rock and roll of fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. Give us a call, 508-531-1303. Let us know what you want to hear. It's 9:35, and I got a unique yay or nay for you guys.
Okay.
Trump farting.
Yeah, Trump version. It's not Trump farting. However, it combines two of Steve's favorite things. It combines Donald Trump and Phil Collins.
Oh my!
So we both know that Phil Collins is coming out of retirement, and he's been looking at tours, he's been looking to put together records and everything, and who knows? So we just got hold of this audio that got leaked here, and who knows if this came out before or after he won the nomination or won the presidency or whatever the case was. But I guess Phil Collins is looking to rework some of his catalog titles, and Donald Trump being the entertainment media
a-hole.
ego a-hole that he is, has to get involved. So here's some leaked audio of Take Me Home. This is the Phil Collins and Donald Trump version. I'm sure this is going to be a nay for everyone in this room. But in the interest of fairness, I think we should still give it a listen and just see if we're okay with it, see how different it is from the original, and we'll just decide if it's worth reworking or not. It's not for us to judge because we're not making millions of dollars, so let's find out.
I don't know what I said.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Like a bitch. I moved on her like a bitch. Grab him by the pussy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
I mean, it's interesting, but it's a little repetitious, and it's a little bit too much like the original.
Yeah.
Because of my genius, okay? Grab him by the pussy.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Somehow we still got a minute left on this thing. Jesus Christ, guys. Maybe they could have come up with something more original.
I don't remember.
Could have used a little reverb on the vocals.
Yeah, just a little bit,
Yeah, not bad though.
I don't remember.
He's got the timing down.
Oh, yeah.
It's catchy.
It is. It is. You'll be singing this for days.
I don't remember.
Well, I mean, at least you got an arm movement dance to go away with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't remember.
Oh, shit.
Everybody around the country is going to be doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what he is, though? Trump is the new Joe Cocker.
It's going to be the...
I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
Should sing with a little bit of help from my friends.
Too soon. Too soon. He's got no friends. He's got no friends.
Yeah, he's buying them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's got that nut job he's put in charge of the EPA, for God's sake.
Well, that's a nay for me. That song sucks.
I like Phil Collins.
I do, too. Trump doesn't need to be on the thing.
I used to like him.
You know, it was funny. I was actually watching, I saw a snippet of the clip from American Psycho where Christian Bale goes into his whole speech about Phil Collins. And he says basically the opposite of what you said, where he's like, I never was a Genesis, I've always been a Genesis fan ever since 1980 and their album Duke. It's like before that, you didn't really feel Phil Collins' full participation, and that was the first album on which you really heard him come through. And I think Invisible Touch is their masterpiece.
Oh, God.
Well, that's all.
I remember hearing it, and I was like, well, that's polar opposite of Steve's opinion.
Yeah, completely.
It's all parody anyway. Yes. That's what it was intended.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We're bastards.
Grab him by the pee.
Because we're bastards. Because we said all these things.
Grab them by the kitties.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we elected him. So.
Well, no,
great.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I actually wrote in, but whatever.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is interesting.
You did what?
I wrote in.
What did you write in?
I'm not telling that, but I wrote in.
So you threw your vote away, is what
I
you're
didn't throw
telling
my
us.
vote away.
That's
Because
exactly what it sounds like.
A lot of people
first
do
off,
that.
there's none of that BS going on. People throwing away their vote because one, it's not a throwaway if I believe in what I'm voting on. Like I didn't get the candidates I wanted, so I will put in for what I got. I don't want to hear I threw away my vote because that's BS, man. If I wrote down Mickey Mouse, all right then, I guess that would be a throwaway, right? But if I wrote in someone that I believed should be doing the job, that's my opinion.
Yeah, but the guys from Metallica wouldn't take the job on.
No, they wouldn't, but you know what? They'll do a hell of a lot better.
Lars.
You know what I mean?
President Lars.
Wait, he's not going to be in the country
The other thing
anymore.
about it that pisses me off is that people are like, oh, you vote for a third-party candidate? Oh, well, you threw away your vote. F you. And throw away my vote. Nobody throws away their vote that way. You're voting because of the way, that's what you vote for. You don't sit there at a restaurant and everybody tells you, oh man, the steak is delicious, and then you decide to go for the lasagna, and then people are like, oh man, you threw away your meal. No, I didn't. I got what I wanted.
Everybody's at the table waiting for me to order.
You and I can rant without getting loud.
Yeah, did you notice that?
Yes.
We can kind of tone it down a little bit.
Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do that at all. That's not my character.
You're probably getting all sorts of people in this campus center all riled up and angry, especially
Good. Then we'll all riot.
Especially people who might have shown up at this campus center who shouldn't have been made angry. If you get my drift.
Oh no, he's fine.
Based on the conversation we had earlier.
No, I get
when
that.
we first entered this building.
Oh God, I get that, but I'm just saying. It's just I can't stand the people that are like, oh, you threw away your vote because you wrote in. No, I didn't. Did not. Can't stand it. Will not tolerate that talk.
It doesn't matter anyway because Hillary got elected by Massachusetts, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's
yeah, bring that in.
I will.
Whenever.
I will.
Because that's the other thing. Again, I mentioned this before. If you're in a swing state, it makes more difference for your vote in the BS of two parties only.
Yeah, that's. I find that coming from a country where we had more than two parties, it's kind of weird that there's only two parties.
Right.
It's stupid.
What happened? I do remember years before where more than two parties were taking part in the debates, but
yeah,
what happened this year?
I don't know.
God only knows, man.
It's
I have no idea.
It's junk that there's only two parties. Like if you have only two options ahead of you, McDonald's and Burger King, McDonald's and Burger King, and you keep on going between the two.
I'd throw up in the trash barrel before I'd go to either. So.
Well, no, I'm just saying though. That's my point in this particular election.
Well, that makes room. You know?
Exactly.
But like in this sense, it's like it's either or. And if you constantly go that way, thinking and you're trying to be healthy, and you're like, well, I'll take the lesser of the evil out of the two, and then you're gonna get to this point where you get the two crappiest people that come up. It's ridiculous. There needs to be like more cause to go.
I don't think anybody's going to disagree with you in this.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Oh, I'm so fired up.
So stupid.
Like, there's,
All right, more classic rock.
Oh, like, where's the guy with the boot? I would have voted for that guy.
No, what the hell are you talking about?
Do you remember in the beginning of this whole election way back?
No.
Like when all these people were coming out of the
Not
woodwork?
really.
There was a guy from New Hampshire with a boot on his head.
Nope.
I forget what
remember
party
that
he
at
was representing. Oh, and then there was that black guy
Probably
before.
the Screaming Loony Party or whatever that is.
Yes,
There was another guy before who was running the Rent is Too Damn High party. I would have voted for that guy because he's more sane than this crap. Ooh. I'm getting hot because
you are.
like, it's insane. Oh, man, you know what I mean?
I do.
Like, this is my future, man. And people, these are the people that we're given.
Yep.
And this is why we're stuck with the giant Cheeto.
Absolutely.
Walking around somewhere there along the lines, Chester Cheeto is just sitting there rappling his knuckles and going, F you, man.
What is rappling?
This.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right,
more classic rock. And then we'll come back a little after.
91.1.
No. We'll come back on a little bit after 10, and we'll complain about some more junk.
Yeah.
So, probably the same junk that we've been complaining about all
You
night
won't
long.
get any expletives out of me, sir.
Well,
None
Keep poking.
whatsoever.
Absolutely not. Let's make this week different than the other week.
Yeah.
So, 508-531-1303. Give us a call. Let us know what you want to hear. AC/DC's on deck. You got SNS on BIM.
The Saturday night soundtrack with Rob Hicks is on 91.5 WBIM. Bridgewater's weekend all-request classic rock experience.
That is the late Leonard Cohen on 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. It's the Saturday night soundtrack. That was from an album that was produced by Phil Spector, as a matter of fact, and you can tell just from that wall of sound, just that quality that I love from all of Phil Spector's music. That was courtesy of Steve Rimmers. Thank you, Steve.
Sound of murder.
You know, that's the thing, is that the guy's a complete whack job, but he produced some great records.
Oh, yes, he did.
You know, I mean...
that Christmas record that he produced?
Absolutely, all day long. That's my
favorite Christmas record.
Mine too. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. 100%. Give us a call. Let us know what you want to hear. 508-531-1303. We got one last block of classic rock that's going to be coming up. We can get anything on that you want, and that's how it's going to go. We got one show coming up next week, and then we got the Thanksgiving break right after that, which I can't believe is already coming up around the corner.
Oh, that's right.
It's crazy. And,
stupid.
Then one last show in November. That's it. And then we're going to come back and do a couple in December, and then we're off for the winter break.
It's not as long as the summer break, though.
No, it's definitely not as long as the summer break.
But then the summer break will be here before you know it.
Absolutely.
Stupid.
I mean, let's wait and see.
This is Trump's fault.
Let's wait and see if we're even on the air
Richard.
come January, because who knows? Anything could happen. But I'm pretty confident that we probably will be, but I don't know that for sure. So
yeah.
Hey, was it a full alum day today?
No,
he's still not back.
He was out, and so Mike Holmes came in at round 2, I think he said, and did the show obviously until we came in, and so it's been a fairly full alum day. It was Mike did it from 2 to, but I mean I'd like to see John Coombs get back in here, but I understand why he's not, and I'd also like him to relax and take it easy and just do the recovery that needs to be done.
Yeah, that's true.
Necessarily want
Or
him
the
to-
best.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want him to go insane and push himself and then make things worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of making things worse, to rub salt in the wound, there was a CNN ran, and I think they did this a couple of months ago. So it was probably back when they thought that there was still a chance that this whole thing wasn't going to actually happen. But CNN ran they actually ran a compilation. There's no secret that CNN was on Hillary's side the whole time. I understand that news organizations are supposed to be, impartial, and
they weren't impartial until the 70s,
and unbiased. And I'm not saying that I'm not one of those whack jobs who's like CNN's a devil because they're on Hillary's side. Well, no, I'm just stating a fact. They were very clearly on Hillary's side. That's just how it works. But CNN ran they ran sort of like a retrospective of some of Trump's worst moments or most idiotic moments, and this was them.
I am
am officially running for President of the United States.
That qualifies as a worse moment.
Definitely.
Our country great again. When Mexico sends its people, they're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. I will build a great wall, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
I'm not going to pay for that wall.
How are you going to make them pay for the wall?
I will, and the wall just got 10 feet taller, believe me.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell. You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes. Blood coming out of her wherever.
Donald Trump said the following about you, quote, "Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? Can you imagine that, the face of our next president?"
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
I think she's a beautiful woman. My first wife thinks I'm great, and my second wife, and I have a great marriage.
I have a great marriage. My second and third wife.
I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. The only thing she's got going is the woman's card.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. And the worst thing that's ever happened to ISIS, I would bomb the out of them.
With the terrorists, you have to take out their families.
Would I approve waterboarding? You bet your ass I'd approve it. If and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been present. For a religious leader to question a person's faith is disgraceful. I didn't start it.
Like that was back when the Pope told him he was full of BS.
Sir, with all due respect, that's the argument of a 5-year-old.
This guy, I call him Little Marco. It's Rubio.
Have you seen his hands? And you know what they say about men with small hands?
He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee.
The great penis debate of 2016, who could forget?
Crooked Hillary, right? Hillary's running for a lot of reasons. One of them is because she wants to stay out of jail.
Donald Trump, finally a candidate whose hair gets more attention than mine.
I don't wear it to vote. It's my hair.
Will you unequivocally condemn David Duke and say that you don't want his vote or that of other white supremacists in this election?
I don't know anything about David Duke, okay? I don't know anything about what you're even talking about with white supremacy.
Would you just say unequivocally you condemn them and you don't want their support?
Pause.
Well, I have to look at the group. There is no rally like a Trump rally, and nobody gets the people. That I can tell you. Here's a guy throwing punches, nasty as hell, screaming at everything else. Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. I'm best on terrorism, best on the economy, best on trade. If I have all these things, why don't we just call off the election today? Let's put the country back in shape.
Up this guy's ass with everything.
Yes,
everything.
Twice.
Not even.
With gusto.
Before breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Lucille.
Yes.
Yes.
So speaking of which, what are you going to do? So are you going to catch up on 2 episodes this week then? Okay.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Are you going to watch Are you going to watch last week's before?
Oh, absolutely.
Sunday. Well, I mean, obviously you have to watch it before, but I mean, I'm saying, are you going to watch it before Sunday overall, or?
Well, we never watched the new episodes until minimum Monday, anyway.
Okay.
So we may watch last week's this Sunday afternoon,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then catch the other one on Monday.
Yep.
I'm off for Monday and Tuesday, so we can watch it anytime.
You're living the life, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this.
And I had 2 days off without a doctor's appointment. Whoa.
Doctor's appointment. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we got all the slamming you heard before that thing. Jesus Christ. Could you leave that room quieter, sir?
No.
No, you can't.
No.
Do you understand that the whole point of I can't control the fact that the phone rings, okay? I can't do anything about the phone, okay? But do you understand that the whole point of radio is subtlety? Like when you leave a room, the whole audience and people listening do not need to know that you're leaving the room and taking your headphones off.
Yeah,
that should just happen behind the scenes.
No, it shouldn't.
No, it should. That's what I'm telling you.
Because
it's my goddamn show. I'm trying to tell you how it has to go.
No. Oh, all right, Trump. Honest, whatever you say, Master-elect Trump. Tell me what to do in America, sir.
I'd go in there and grab him by the pee.
If there was anything to grab.
Yeah. See the size of his hands?
Yeah, I do. It doesn't feel good, does it?
You're all bastards. Hey, guess what, Steve? Just for that, Tom Petty's coming up in the next block because we got a request for it. They wanted to hear, it was Lisa, and she wanted to hear anything by Tom Petty, so we're going to do it.
Well,
oh, by the way, she says her name is not Lisa.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. She told me that her name was not Lisa.
Oh, so that wasn't Lisa then?
No, it was, but she said her name wasn't Lisa.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't... listen, the election didn't make any sense, so whatever.
Because Lisa follows us on Facebook.
Yeah, no, well, she told me that her name wasn't Lisa.
I'm confused. She needs to
I'm just as confused as the rest of America.
Well, why didn't you... In all the time you spent slamming things and making all sorts of ridiculous noise, why didn't you do a little bit of research and find out what the situation was? Ask some probing questions.
I'm not probing nothing. I'm just relaying the information that she told me. I mean, for weeks now she's been telling me her name is Lisa.
Right. Well, and again, she liked us on Facebook, and it came in under Lisa.
So then let's just go with that. Maybe.
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't understand.
Absolutely confused.
You know what?
And you're positive that it was the person that actually called us all the time. And it just wasn't someone that sounded like them. And then
I'm positive.
You assumed it was Lisa.
No, it's positive. There's no distinction in that voice.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Making sure.
You know, 2016 continues. The great confusion.
Yeah, absolutely. Just befuddlement everywhere.
Genders don't know what they are anymore. Like, the American people don't know who they want anymore. We don't know what's happening. I hear an echo because it's so loud. It's like everywhere.
I was going to say, why are we echoing? Because I noticed that.
We're loud.
Okay.
In the hallway, we're loud. All the way through the campus.
We're loud. Notice how we,
you guys are loud.
Yeah.
You know, I'm nice and quiet.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You're like a lullaby to my ears.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised I haven't taken a nap in here already. Oh, Steve can take one when Tom Petty comes up in the next one.
Yes. Here we go.
Here we go. 508-531-1303. Yes, 91.5. Very good.
I'm so good.
Let us know if you want to hear anything in this next Classic Rock block. Neil Young's on deck. You got SNS on BIM.
Call in your Classic Rock request now at 508-531-1303. If you don't, Rob Hicks will play a half an hour of Bruce Hornsby.
That's just the way it is.
This is your chance to save the town of Bridgewater. 91.5 WBIM.
It is 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday night soundtrack about to wrap it up for another week. Rob Hicks, Jared Barbetta, Steve Rimmer. And, I'm going to throw this out there because Lisa called during that last block just to say goodnight to us.
That was nice of her.
It was great. I'm going to say this, though. She liked us on Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. And then she had posted at one point that, loves our show and everything like that. Never heard from her on Facebook again. So I'm going to throw this out there that, Lisa, we'd like more communication from you on Facebook, and for a very selfish reason. And my selfish reason is this. Everybody that I know who knows that we have the Facebook page is always like, oh, that's cute. But nobody actually, that's not affiliated with you guys personally listens to the show. So this would be evidence that people listen to the show on a regular basis. I tell my wife, like, oh, we got a new like on Facebook. And she's like, was it Steve's wife or the janitor guy? No, it wasn't Steve's wife or the janitor guy. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's sort of deflating if people don't realize that you have followers. So, Lisa, I'll throw this out there to you. Like some of our post on our wall, tell us how great we are. It's, we play our songs all the time. It's the least you could do for us. Because really, we're in this for us.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. I think we've unpacked a lot of feelings tonight. None of these feelings were very surprising to anyone. I think we all pretty much knew that these were coming about.
Absolutely.
This was how we were going to be. And I promise everyone, at least for my own sake, that I will most likely be less grumpy next week.
Yes.
The shock of all of this will have worn off a little bit. We'll have another week under our belts to have, dealt with the whole situation.
Yeah, but just imagine what's going to start happening.
Steve, I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta,
nothing's going away.
I gotta move on.
My anger won't subside until January 2021. Hopefully.
And I was going to say, and potentially not even then. It all depends. Speaking real quick of, somebody mentioning crazy janitor guy, have you noticed that, again, like we were talking about earlier, Steve, I miss Mikey D at times.
Oh, yeah.
But have you noticed that our trash gets emptied a lot more often now?
Yes, it does.
I mean, he was in here for, 35, 40, 50 minutes at a time, and the trash would still be there.
Uh-huh.
It's just kind of one of those unique things that I just happened to notice, and I was like, hey, here's maybe a side benefit to this situation, even if we miss them.
Yeah. SNS presents the FCC violation of the week.
So here's where we go through the stacks back there and find out who said things on the air that they shouldn't have said that wasn't us. And, sometimes that's a little few and far between because most of the time it does come from us, but sometimes it comes from other people, and then we just like to read them on the air and find out what everything sounded like, and as long as they promise never to do it again, which some of these people do, actually write on the page. They will write on the page, sorry, won't do it again, or so sorry, or whatever the case is. This week's, I've been disappointed, honestly, guys, with the output of violations within the past couple of weeks. First of all, you give me sheets every once in a while that have no context. It's just a word. At least tell me the sentence in which the word was uttered. You know what I mean? That helps me out a little bit. Gives me sort of an idea that it wasn't just you, like, just yelling that word on the air. Maybe it was part of a sentence. Maybe it was an adjective. Maybe it was a verb. I don't know. But, a little bit of context helps. This particular one, we only have one this week, and it says, "Is that your on the box?" That's it. That's what we got. So
yeah, I'd like to know the background.
I'd like that. Well, I mean, at least this is a complete sentence, and it doesn't just say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's good. A complete sentence helps. But again, I'd like to know more about the conversation in which this took place. Maybe if you guys want to put in a little background or color. If you listen to the show, you know we do this. So we're going to probably pick on your stuff. It's not like there's ever hundreds of entries and we're only going to read a couple. If you swear on the air and you fill out one of these forms, we're going to end up reading the thing because it's going to be one of only 2 or 3 that are back there. So it's
You're
it's
not
just
inciting something by saying this, are you, by any chance?
Oh, what do you mean, Steve? What are you talking about?
My God.
Not sure if I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Any parting thoughts?
Trump's an a-hole.
I want to be Rip Van Winkle and just go to sleep. And
that'd be good.
Just wake up and be in a different world.
In the same election, the fact that marijuana is now legalized and we can actually zone out for the next 4 years. That's the best trick, I think.
I guess, but I mean, still have to deal with the repercussions, man.
At least you didn't vote for him, though.
Oh, you voted for some random person. We'll never know.
Yeah, those people. It's like the Brexit people the morning after. Oh, crap, what did we do?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm making a statement by voting for this guy. You know he's not going to get in. Well,
so deflated.
How did that work out for you? Apparently not very well.
All my energy, the whole stupid. It's just stupid.
Great rhetoric.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why suicide's not the solution here.
Oh my God. There are listeners that we've had in the past, and I'm glad we don't seem to have anymore. Nice job, sir.
Yeah, I'm an advocate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Against suicide.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying.
That's great. I mean, you try. It's not suicide, but you had suicide getting in a car with you because you try. Can you try not to kill me on the way home?
No.
Can we do? No, I'm serious. Can we do this? Can you try not to murder me?
Nope.
On the way home with your vehicle. It's a very simple request.
I will not be dictated to, Trump.
Steve, if this is the last time I see you, sir, well, it's been a pleasure, and it's been fantastic doing the show with you.
Yes,
and everything has been great, and I hope this is not the last time that I see the world. Who knows?
Oh,
just taking things in my hands, just taking my life in my hands. I just can't deal with it. I think it's time to get out. Jared's yawning like, oh my God, like an old man.
Where's my cane?
Like, you look so wiped out since even just a half hour ago.
Yeah.
You okay?
No.
All right.
I'm dying.
And he's driving the vehicle tonight, hey?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good point. Good point, sir. We'll see you next week. 91.5 WBIM Bridgewater. Saturday Night Soundtrack will leave you with Mott the Hoople. It's SNS on BIM. Bye.
I don't remember.